Now with the weather, here's Tyne. Logan. Tyne, after some storms around the state, we return to some typical autumn weather.
We have, but don't get too used to it. There is a cold front on the way just in time for your weekend. It was a lovely day in Perth today, reaching a top of 24 degrees at 2 o'clock this afternoon after an overnight low of 12.9 a little after 5 a.m. Right now it's 18 degrees with 60% humidity. In the south, temperatures stuck to the low 20s around the south, but got up to 28 in Kalgoorlie and similar through the central west. But it was a cloudy morning around the south, and that meant the lowest minimum in the state was actually in the Kimberley. A chilly 6 degrees at Mount Elizabeth on the Gibb River Road. Broome also dropped down to 12.8 degrees, which might not sound like much if you're in the south, but it actually hasn't been that cool since August last year. Definitely the dry season now. There was a bit of mid and low level cloud lingering around the state today. For the most part, it only produced very light showers around the south in the vicinity of 1 to 2 millimetres. But at Esperance Airport, it actually bucketed down this afternoon, putting 25 millimetres in the gauge. By tomorrow, though, that rain should have passed, with a weak high pressure ridge now developing over southern parts of the state. And you can see just how wide the space is in those isobars, which means there's also going to be light winds on the way. And staying that way until late Friday, when a cold front brings some wintry weather to the southwest corner of the state. Now, around the country tomorrow, there's cool conditions in the southern capitals, a low of 16 degrees in Melbourne and getting to a top of 23 in Brisbane, with some showers on the way for Melbourne and Hobart as well. And into the negatives for Canberra. Darwin will reach a top of 33, but without the strong southeasterlies, a bit of mugginess is going to return to the top end. It looks like it'll be mostly dry heat through the north of WA though as well, with top temperatures in the low 30s and sunny throughout the Pilbara and Kimberley, and also staying sunny through central parts of the state in the mid to high 20s. There could be some morning fog around Norseman though, and extending through to the southeast coast around Esperance. But other than that, a mostly sunny day through parts of the south, with maximums in the low 20s. In Perth, it's looking like a beautiful sunny day ahead, with light winds and a low of 11, a top of 24. Around the hills, there could be some morning fog, while on the water, the winds are going to be light, between 10 and 15 knots, east to southeasterly. In the morning, they'll be east to southeasterly, then southwesterly during the afternoon, with the swell 1.5 to 2.5 metres. Sunrise is at 7:01 and sunset at 5:25. And looking ahead for Perth, it will stay mostly sunny on Friday with a top of 23. Then the rain will start to set in, between 10 and 20 millimetres expected on Saturday, and continuing to rain through Sunday and Monday, clearing up by this time next week. So it looks like it's going to be a stay indoors and read a book weekend, Pamela.
Thanks, Tyne. Finally tonight, Australia's out of the Eurovision Song Contest, ending a streak of 5 grand final appearances since the country's debut in 2015. It's the first for the contest. ARIA award winner Tyne performed remotely to a downsized crowd of 3,000 in the Netherlands. She was the only contestant among the 16 performers in the semi-final who was unable to compete live. The decision was made not to send an Australian delegation due to the pandemic, and Tyne failed to win over the judges with her pre-recorded performance of the song Technicolor. And that's ABC News for now. I'll be back with you tomorrow. In the meantime, you can stay up to date with ABC News Online. Stay with us now for 7:30 with Lee Sales.